Hi, it's Wednesday, June 16th, and I'm Mark Friedman, just an American citizen. Another beautiful day coming on right after the Biden press conference. I'd seen the Putin press conference and the Biden press conference coming on after that. Beautiful what's going on here. But let's look back here first. I like to throw the music at you. Over here, on my right, my left, sorry, Steppenwolf's first album with Born to Be Wild, Sookie, Sookie, Sookie Sue, The Pusher. Great album, just chugged and rocked. Next to it, Robin Trower's first album. Robin Trower was the lead guitarist for Procol Harum, came out, did a lot of blues, a lot of rock. This was an excellent album, very Hendrixy. Good album. The second album was kind of okay. Third album from there was downward. Next to him, and of course, James DeWar was his bass player and lead singer, who was excellent. Without him, that group went nowhere. And then to my right, never mind the Bullocks. Here come the Sex Pistols. This is one of these meteors that just blew onto the scene. God Save the Queen, Anarchy in the UK. People couldn't believe these people. These guys came out. They were loud. They had just cussed everywhere. What was it, Steve Bettors? I don't remember all these guys. Oh, they ended up, Nancy Spungian was the girlfriend of one of the guys. They all killed each other or whatever. But this album came out, took over everything. Then they try to come to America and they implode. They totally imploded. They went nowhere. But what a great song. What a great album. I'm sorry. 3 great albums to put on your digital stream. Let's talk now about what happened today. This summit was really great. Everybody gives Joe Biden trouble. I don't understand why. So listen to what was going on. Putin comes out and gives his same jive like he always does. He comes up with some stuff about how we hate Russia and their enemy. I don't know where that came from. I don't know who he was quoting there. I haven't heard that unless it's some extremists here in this country. Yeah, they're our adversary. He's a thug and a killer, but they're not our enemy, Russia. We deal with them. And so he starts that victimhood, that Trump type thing. Then he goes, you guys are as bad as we are. And then when you raise the issue to him about why is Navalny in jail? Why don't you allow opposition? He goes, well, these people came in, they were criminals, came into your capital, you just threw them in jail. Nobody knows what the charges are. Of course they do. Everything is there. It's public. You go in and you look. Ain't hard. Or read the newspapers. Not tough. See, he's totally full of it. He comes in and then lays out the whole jive, and he says, you're as bad as we are. Come on. Then you go over to Biden. But at least Putin made it sound like they got along, which I think is important. And then you go over to Biden, and Biden said, just laid it out to them. They want to look like good guys, people are going to want to deal with them. They want to be bad guys, people aren't going to want to deal with them. I mean, just remember what the big difference is between Russia and the United States. I could do this video. If I did this video in Russia and called the guy a thug and a killer, which is what he is, I'd be gone. I'd be sitting next to Navalny. That's the difference. And it's a massive difference. And Biden just put it out there and said, hey, you want to be part of the world? We're glad to have you, but kind of let's see if we can't work things out and see if you can't just kind of go along with the norms. And we're glad to work with you. And then he said, let's give it 3 to 6 months. You got to. You don't know what comes out and what happens coming out of this meeting. So we'll see what happens. I think it went well. I think they both kind of understand each other. We don't have a president who only cares about himself and then just has every excuse to say my intelligence is less than Putin's word. We don't have that kind of a sick person as president any longer. We got a real president who could talk about history, could talk about America, who could talk about what's going on. It's so good. It's even better than the music I'm throwing at you back here. Peace.